Hello students, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another specimen question paper ICSE 2025 solution for your help. The question paper is already available in Council's website and other websites too. You can search that. So without delay, let's proceed. As you all know, the question paper is divided in two sections, and where section A, you have to attempt all questions, and section B, any 4 out of 6 questions to be attempted. Now, section A, it mainly comprises of MCQs, outputs. So, question 1, which comprises of 20 MCQ questions. Let's go one by one. First question. Name the above structure as shown over here. Is it a one-dimensional array, a two-dimensional array with 4 rows, 5 columns, three-dimensional array, or two-dimensional array with 5 rows, 4 columns? This question is analysis based. What it says, the answer is it is a two-dimensional array with 4 rows, 5 columns. So we all know two-dimensional array comes with row cross column format. So you can see here the horizontal bars are the rows, whereas the vertical bars are the columns. Next question. Java compiled code, that is bytecode, can run on all operating systems. Name the feature. Is it robust and secure, object-oriented, platform-independent, multi-threaded? This question is categorized under understanding. You need to understand the concept. So the answer is platform independent. As we all know, bytecode form is the platform independent form of the source code and can be run on any machine irrespective of its platform configuration. Because of this bytecode, Java has the feature of write once, run anywhere. Next question. The size of /n is 2 bytes, 4 bytes, 8 bytes, 16 bytes. Now you can see here /n is within single quote, and as we all know, this is a escape sequence, which is a character type. So character occupies 2 bytes in Java. So /n is a escape sequence which is character type in nature. And in Java, character data type requires or occupies 2 bytes of memory allocation. This question is from recall section. Means you are recalling the concept. Next question. Identify the operator that gets the highest precedence while evaluating the expression A plus B modulus C multiply D minus E. Now see here. The answer is modulus. Why? Because multiply, divide, and modulus, all three have same precedence. Now, when multiple operators in an expression have same precedence, in case of multiply, divide, and modulus, the associativity works from left to right. Whereas, if it is plus and minus, the associativity works from right to left. Don't forget that. So, the here correct answer is modulus. Next question. Of which of the following is a valid Java keyword? Is it if, Boolean, static, switch? Now you can see here, except static, all others are not keyword because either they are in mixed case of character or they are in uppercase character. Whereas static is only given here with all small letter. Output of the following code: math.sil 6.4, math.floor -1 -2. Let us see the answer from the option. It is 4.0. Why? Because math.sil give the next higher number. So 6.4 becomes 7.0 and math.floor round down. So -1 -2 will become -3.0. So 7.0 minus 3.0 will give you 4.0. Always remember, these two functions return a double value even if you give a integer in. Which of the following returns a string? Is it length, char@, replace, index of? The correct answer is replace, because length return integer value, total number of letters present in the string. Char@ returns the char. Index of again return integer, the index position of the substring or string in them. So replace is the function that returns a string. Next, which one of the following is not true with regards to a switch statement? Checks for an equality between the input and case level. Supports floating point constants. Break is used to exit from the switch block. Case levels are unique. B. Supports floating point constants is invalid, whereas rest all are valid here. So switch case works on only integer and character data type, byte, short, int, long, and char. Though in a newer version of switch, it is said that it works on string and double or boolean value as well. But for us, it's only integer and character data type we will consider. Consider the array given below. Char ch aeiou system.out.println cho0 into 2. What will be the answer? So ch0 will give you the character a. Now when it is multiplied by 2, implicit conversion takes place. So a's ASCII value 65. 65 into 2 becomes 130. So the correct answer is option B. To execute a loop 10 times, which of the following is correct one? Let us see here. It is option A, that is int a equals to 11, int I equals to 11, I less than equals to 30, I plus equals to 2. So you can see here the I runs for 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, and 29, which counts 10. Next question. A single dimensional array has 50 elements. Which of the following is correct to initialize last element to 100? It is option C. Last index is always size minus 1. 12th question. Method prototype for method compute which accepts two integer arguments and return true and false. The option will be option B. Return true false means the data type will be boolean and the two parameters it is taking is integer. Number 13, the statement that brings the control back to calling method. It is return. Return statement exits the call function and returns the control back to the caller function. The default value of a Boolean variable is false, and that is in small letter. So option C, keep this in mind. The method to convert a lowercase character to uppercase. Let us see the answer. It is character dot to uppercase within bracket char. Whereas string dot to uppercase converts the entire string to uppercase. And character dot is uppercase checks whether the character is uppercase or not. And option D is invalid. You cannot use to uppercase without any object. Assertion. Integer class can be used in program without calling a package. Reason, it belongs to default package java.lang. The option here, the correct answer is option A. The reason is java.lang is the only package automatically added to every class created by the programmer, and integer class is the part of that package. Next, A student executes the following code to increase a value of a variable x by 2. He has written the statement incorrect. So what will be the correct option? Here it is x need to be increased by 2. So let us see the answer. It is both A and C are right. First one, option A, it is arithmetic assignment operator, x plus equals to 2. And it also means x equals to x plus 2. So option C is also correct. So actually option D, which represent both A and C, are correct. 18th question. The statement used to find the number of strings present in string array is. Now it is an array. So the answer is option A, s dot length. Option B is actually the length function to get the length of a string. Whereas option A without parenthesis with the length is a property of an array that counts the total number of elements present in an array. Number 19. Consider the following program segment in which the statements are jumbled up. You have to make it in orderly manner so that it will swap two variables using third. So we all know swapping, how we do. See the swapping using third variable. Int t equals to 0, t equals to a equals to b equals to t. So if I go through this one, option B is the correct answer. These type of questions you need to work out in a rough and then you can find out easily the correct. That's why here it is in the category analysis. You have to work out and analyze your work and get the answer. MCQ. An argument is a value that is passed to a method when it is called. Reason variables which are declared in a method prototype to receive values are called actual parameter. Let us see the answer. Option C. Assertion is true, but reason is false. Actually, actual parameter are the values or variables passed in the function call statement. Whereas the variables declared in the function definition are the formal parameter that receives the value from the actual parameter. Now we'll move on to question 2, which mainly consists of output-based questions. Here also you have to work out in a rough and then you have to get the answer. First one, you can see here if else if question. You have to rewrite it using single if. And the second question is, it is a computational question with increment operator and other operators, and finally A and B to be printed. Let us see the answer. First one, the answer is if code equal to G, both have green, so we can put both together. If code equal to G or code equal to capital G, system.out.println green, or else you can, yes, it's said as a single if, and only if it said we can have multiple if, so both can be if together. If code equal to G, print again another if code equal to capital G. Now the second one, here the answer is A equals to 4, B equals to 6. How it is happening? You can see the working. B as multiply equals to whole means B equal to B into the rest. So I put that the entire right hand side operation inside the bracket. That means it will be evaluated first. Then it will be multiplied with the value of B. So it's, you can see here 3 into 2 minus 4 plus 4. This, so 3 into 2 equals to 6. So A is 4, B is 6. Next question. Student executes the following program segment, gets error. What is the error you have to find and you have to check the mistake. Boolean x equals to true. Switch x, case 1, case 2. So first of all, as I said earlier, in present version of Java, switch cannot work on Boolean data type. Hence, Boolean x equals to true is invalid. It should be int x equals to 1 and rest all are correct. Even if after case 2 break is not missing, that is also not a problem because that is the last state. Next question. Java expression for this one. It is math.cbrt x plus math.sqrt y. And as it is returning a double value, so it is stored in a double z with a semicolon. Don't forget to declare the variable and give a semicolon to make the complete statement. Next question. How many times will the following loop execute? Here it is given x equals to 10 while true. Print statement with x plus plus into 2, x modulus 3 equal to 0, break. Let us see here, see the working. So when x is 10, print x into 2 becomes 20, then x plus plus becomes 11. Now 11 mod 3 is false, so it comes to the next line. Now it coming x becomes 11, 11 into 2 becomes 22, then x plus plus will become 12, 12 modulus 3 equal to 0, which is true, the loop ends. So the answer is the loop will run 2 times and the output is 20, 22 in 2 separate lines. You have to keep in mind whether the print statement is print or print ln, and accordingly you have to give the output. Next question. These 2 questions I have combined. Question 6, write the output of the following code. Galaxy and games, it is caret 0, x dot caret 0 equal to y dot caret 0, and x dot compare to y. And as the second one is predict the output, character ch is b, then character dot to lowercase, then I am doing it converting to int -10 and printing. Let us see the output. So the first answer, it is true because caret 0 for both x and y will give you capital Z, G. It is true. Now compare to will give you -1. Why? Because ASCII value when I'm comparing G, A of both the string are same, the difference comes in the third letter where x having L, y having M. So ASCII value of L minus ASCII value of M gives you -1. And the second one, the output here will become X. And the char is become B. Because first one, B, we are doing -10. So it will give you the character X. And then in char of N. And then B will become lowercase. So character B to lowercase becomes B, small. See here, given the working. I've also shown the working over here. You can get it. Both. Next question. Student trying to convert the string represent in x to numerical value so that he can find the square root of the converted value. Name the error over here in the code. Let us see. The error is syntactical error because double dot parse double you are converting to double value and then it is storing to integer. So either the correct answer is double y equals to double dot parse double or int y equals to integer dot parse it. Either of them. But it cannot be the mixed one. 9th question. Consider the following segment and answer. So you can see here a class with the two data members A and B, then have a constructor. Calculate, it is a default constructor and a parameter as constructor. Finally, it is having sum. So name the type of the constructor used in the program. So the first one, which is initializing default value and having no parameter, is a default constructor. The second one is a parameterized constructor. Now the last question of part of question 2. Consider the following segment and give the output. What is the position of 34 in this array? You can see this is a two-dimensional array. And we have to get the result also of x, 2, 3, 2, 1. Let us see. It is 2, 0 for 34. And it is 79 plus 8. Let us see how it is happening. So we have a two-dimensional array x having the value with row position 0, 1, 2, column position 0, 1, 2, 3. So 34, this one is 34. It is having row 0, row 2, column 0. And the next one, as the question asked, 2, 3 and 1, 2. So it is adding 8 and 9. Now let's move to section B, which is a programming part. Here, out of 6 questions, 1 have to be attempted. I've just written down the question and I've given the solution over here. You can go through it and you can, if you want, you can copy it down and run it and execute and understand. For better understanding, you should run. Though I'm helping you out with the solution, you can note it down also or just go through and understand. So the first question you always get as object-oriented concept or a program where class and its data member will be given, member function will be given. You have to create an object and call the function. That means implementation of the class through an object is main focus in this program. So that's it's given as understanding and application. You are applying the logic of object, class, and object. So what is the question? The question is about bank getting the interest, compound interest it is finding, and you have to print. Now each thing is being divided in different categories. Like accept is a function, calculate is a function, display is a function, and you have the data member to store principal amount, time, rate, and final amount. Let us go through the solution. So class bank, the data members, as all are of the same data type, that is double, I put it in one line. You can make it in 3 to 4 different lines also. There's no hard and fast rule. Now, in this question, there is no constructor mentioned. If you want, you can have a constructor, a default constructor. Don't use parameter as constructor. If constructor is not asked in the question, it is better not to mention. If you want to do, make a default constructor. Then we have accept function with scanner class. Always try to take input through scanner class. Don't use buffer reader, input stream reader. We are taking only 2 inputs, principal and time, because rate will be calculated as per the table. So in the calculate function, you can say if time is 0.5, I've assigned the rate. I'm not going to compute over here. I'm just assigning rate. Else if n equals less than equals to 1, I'm assigning rate 10. Less than equals to 3, assigning rate equals to 11, else 12. Now here one more thing, we don't need to check for negative input or any other invalid input. It is considered that user will enter valid input only. Unless in a question it is asked to check for validity. In ICSE, it is considered that all the inputs are of valid form, valid. So that we don't need to give an effort. If you give it, there's no harm also. So the amount it is computing, compound interest formula, P into math.power 1 plus R by 100, comma N. Then the display part. If you see in the question, it is asked the display. If you see the display, it is asked in this form, principal, time, rate, and below that the value to be printed. It is asked in this form. That means all will be printed in one line. So my display is also, as you can see here, system.println, principal, time, rate, amount, all in one line first. Then I'm printing the values P. Now here /T is in double quotes. You can see everywhere P plus slash T plus N plus slash T plus R plus slash T plus A. Finally, in the main, we are creating the object and calling all the functions one after another. For you, I have given the output also, though you don't have to give the output in the exam paper. But yes, you have to write the VD table. VD table is very, very compulsory. Don't forget it. In every program, you have to write the VD table, and you can write 1 or 2 lines of comments also. Now, how I've written the VD table is for your help. I've marked in the first program, I've marked rest all. I've not done to save time and make the video shorter. So variable names, first column, second column, the data type of the variable, and third is the description. Now here one thing I need to mention, I found while correcting papers, many students, they used to write this data type with capital letter, like capital double, capital int, or even integer and character. They are completely wrong. Integer, character, double in capital letter, they belongs to wrapper class, not the data type. When it is a data type, all the primitive data type except string are in small letter, and it is int, char, float, double, long, short, byte, boolean. Remember this always. Then I mentioned the object. First object I have created the scanner class object. The description is object to call input methods. And the second object of the user-defined class, that is bank, object of the bank class to call the methods of the bank class. So this is all about the first program. Let's proceed to the second one, question 4. You can see this question 4 is an array program. Now here the array, when it's binary search, the array is given to you. That means you don't need to take the input from the user. Array is given, only you have to take the input, the number that will search. If it is a string type array, binary search can be possible on integer array, double array, string array, or even character array. So let us proceed to the code. It's generally a shorter program. Only object concept is a lengthier program. Otherwise, now these programs, except the first program, rest all, it is you are free to use OOPS concept, means you can have your own class structure with data member method in the main create object and call. Or you can write the entire program in the main method, that is one function. So this one is free for you to choose. Council will evaluate in both the cases. Only for the first program, when the constructor is mentioned or class structure is mentioned, if you don't follow that, marks will be deducted. So binary class name binary. See how I've declared the array. When the array is being given with a value, we'll just directly do double x equals to the value. We are not writing double x equal to new int and then giving the value. Remember, that will be an error. Now I'm taking the input, enter the number to search in the double value. Now for the binary search, if you remember, lower bound becomes the first letter, upper bound, it's length minus 1 actually. I made a mistake. It should be UB will be x dot length minus 1. Then while loop will run from LB equal to UB, LB less than equal to UB. Now the mid value is LB plus UB divided by 2. Mid value, if the element in the mid matched with the number you are searching, search is successful, you can print there where it is found, what it is found. And break is compulsory. If you don't give break, you cannot come out of this loop. So here in binary search, if the search is successful, you have to break. Else if, see, we have two options. Either the element is present in the left half of the array from mid, or it is present in the right half of the array. Now, when it will present where, that how can we assume? See here, the first I have given in LC, x mid value less than n. That means the number we are searching is smaller. The mid value is smaller than search element. That means the number is bigger. So the probability of the number to be present in the array is in the right side, because my array is in ascending order. So if it is in right side, what I have done, lower bound equal to lower bound mid plus 1. Okay. And here, okay, I think I have done some mistake here. It will be lower bound equal to mid plus 1. And here upper bound equal to mid minus 1. Let me rectify it. In a hurry, I think a mistake has been done from my end. So the mistakes are here. One is here mistake. This one I'm rectifying it. This one I made a mistake. I'm rectifying. This one also I made a mistake. I'm rectifying. And this one I've made a mistake. These three I've made a mistake. So first one I'm writing over here. It will be UB equals to x dot len gth length minus 1. Then this one will be LB equals to mid plus 1. Why I've made mistake, I don't remember now. It's a very silly mistake. It should not be done by me after teaching so many years and practicing. But sometimes it happens. You cannot be assured every time you'll be correct. But the thing is, you need to rectify it. So this is the correct one. And then if lower bound crosses upper bound, then the search is unsuccessful, because here lower bound will proceed towards upper bound, or upper bound comes towards lower bound, and when they cross each other, it means the entire array has been searched. When the entire array has been searched, the element not found. Okay. So now we'll move on to the next one. So to move on to the next one, I need to remove these all. Just a moment. Here I have to remove this again. Okay. So now question 5. Define a class to accept a string and convert the same to uppercase, create and display the new string. Here, the new string will replace each vowel by immediate next character and consonant by previous character. Other characters remain same. So what it is? We have declared the string. Now, as it is asked to have an uppercase letter, what I have done, taking the string and directly converting it to two uppercase, we have taken a resultant string. See, this is a resultant string, which is an empty string without any space, just opening and closing double quotes. Taken the length in the loop, extracting each character. Now I have to check for alphabets. Now there are two ways. Either you can check it if CH is greater than equal to A and less than equal to Z, or you can check by ASCII value. I've used upper class function, that is character dot is upper is letter CH. So character dot is letter CH marks it, checks it that the letter is an alphabet. Inside alphabet, what I'm doing, I'm making for vowel, checking for vowel. Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me. If it is a vowel, I'm doing CH plus plus. Otherwise, it is consonant doing CH minus minus. And this entire thing is in the if. Outside if, I'm doing res plus equals to CH. That means if the extracted character is alphabet and it is vowel, it is already encoded to the next alphabet. If it is a consonant, it is encoded to the previous alphabet. And for all other characters, it remain unchanged. Finally, those characters are added to the res. And finally, you are printing res. I have not done the output. You can type it in Bluetooth and run and get the output. I'm sure it will give correct answer. Proceed to the next question. Define a class to accept values into 4 cross 4 array and find and display the sum of each row. So let us see the code. So when I'm declaring a 2D array here, array size have to be defined. So it is int arr bracket equal to new int 44. Now as it is a 2-dimensional array, we need 2 loops. Outer loop represent row, inner loop represent column. I'm taking the element, then declaring a row sum. Inside the loop, I'm doing row sum plus equals to error ij. After the outer inner loop, within the outer loop, I'm printing sum of row I equal to row sum. And row sum again, I'm reinitializing to 0 so that the next row, it will again start from fresh. You can again write this code in BlueJ and run it. I hope it will run correctly. Next one is a number program. Check it is a super spy. Super spy is a number whose sum of the digit and the total number of digits are same. So how you can do it? See here, taken the number. Now, as it is not needed, we assume that inputter value, though I've passed it through a math.abs. In case a negative number entered, it can be automatically convert to positive number. Declare 2 variables, sum and count, both initialized to 0. Now dup equals to n. Now while dup greater than 0, what I'm doing, first I'm doing count plus plus. You can put a comment over here, counting the number of digits. And then sum plus equal to dup modulus 10. You can give a comment over here too, adding each digit and storing it in sum. Finally, the number reduced by 10. So dup equal to dup by 10. Finally, outside the loop, if sum equal to count, it is a super spy number, else it is not a super spy number. You can also run this program. Next question. The last question, it is function overloading 1. What is there? You have to print 2 things. One is, it is printing a pattern. Second one, it is printing the quotient of the division m and n. Otherwise, printing the sum twice and thrice. And finally, it is printing. So in function overloading, what you have to do in each function will be mentioned to you. And you have to do according to that in that particular function. In this particular function, you don't need to write the main method. Only the class and the functions required. So the 3 functions, first one, it is printing the pattern. You can see here 1 to 3 and 1 to 5. Here for mod 2, if the number mod 2 means even, we are printing 2. For the odd, it is printing 1 and print line. Let us see again. See here. All the odd position is filled with 1 odd column and even column filled with 2. And there are 3 rows, 5 columns. Next one, if m is greater than n, it is dividing m by n. Otherwise, it is doing twice the n plus thrice the n. And finally, the last one, it is just printing that equation. The equation is given. Z value is given. where P value has to be found and Q value have to be found. So first we are finding P, then Q, and finally Z. You also can run this program in BlueJ and get the result. So that's all. I hope this solution paper will help you and guide you for your preparation. So all the best for your upcoming examinations. Thank you for watching.